Hello and welcome to the tutorial on how to create a post for the Law Advocate site. So you're going to want to make sure you're logged in, and I will scroll down here to show you where the posts will be showing up. These right here are all posts. So if you want to make a new one of these, you will hover over your site name and click on Dashboard. All right, and now we're back here to the back end of the site, and you'll see under the dashboard there's an option here of posts, and if you hover over that, this will pop out and you will click Add New. Okay, great. And the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure over here on the right under categories that the news box is checked. If you don't check that, it will not show up on the home page. All right, and then you'll go ahead and add in your title. Title. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to the back end editor. That way you can get a little more exposure to that mode since it's a little more complex. And I'm going to add an element, and I'm going to start by adding an image. I'm going to make that image a full image and click the green plus. All right, I'm going to add in this image here. Great. And then if you scroll down, you'll notice there's a couple more options for the alignment and the style. These ones are ones that I use fairly often. So I'm going to make the alignment center, and I'm going to change the image style to a circle. If you don't change the style, the default will be the square or the rectangle that the image is. But for this test, I'm going to make it a circle, give it a cleaner look, and also so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to change this into 3 separate columns here, and I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this image. That saves time, and it also makes it so that these images will also be a circle and also be full size. The only thing I'm going to want to edit by clicking on the green pencil there is I'm going to want to change the image so we don't have 3 of the same image. So I'm going to use this image here. And then save those changes and one other image option here. Let's use this one. Great. Now we have those 3 images, and then I realize I don't have any text yet, and I want to put the text above these images. So I can't just add on here, I can't use these pluses, and I could use these pluses, but if I was to add a text block, it would only show up in the columns, and I don't want it to look that way. So what I need to do is add a new group here, add a new text block. And you'll see you have all the options that you have in classic mode here. So I'm going to highlight that, click my paste as text, so that is selected, and then go ahead and paste. I have my text here. You can double check that there's no formatting by going to the text option by clicking that tab, and you'll see there's nothing else besides the text here. If there was a font or other bold, anything like that, that would show up here. So I'll go ahead and go back to visual, got my text, save those changes. And then to move this text above the images, I will click here on this plus, these arrow plus thing, and drag it above the images here. Great, so now we've got our text, we've got our photos, we have our category selected so it will show up on the home page. A couple other options you may want to use, I will show you just in case. You will most likely want to add a featured image, and I will show you what that is. Okay, so the featured image is the image that shows up here on the home page. So I'm going to add a featured image in. Let's say we want to use this one. And then you also might want to use the excerpt option down here. That's the text that's going to show up on the home page. If you don't put anything in, it will default to use this text, but I'm going to put something in so you can see what it looks like. Great. The only other thing you might want to use is these sidebar options here. If I preview our post, here it is. Great. So if I preview our post, you'll see that there's this sidebar here, which is great to have. I would recommend leaving it there, but in case it seems too crammed on the page, you don't like it there, you can always disable the sidebar by clicking this option. I also noticed that my featured image will automatically show up here, and I don't like the duplication of this photo. So to make that featured image go away, I will check this box here where it says hide featured image. So now that I've hidden the featured image, I've taken away the sidebar, I will preview that and show you what it looks like. Okay, great. So now we have our images. The featured image has disappeared. Our sidebar has disappeared, which this looks nice, but now the bottom bar has raised up. It looks kind of funny, so I'm definitely going to add the sidebar back in. Just going to leave it there. Plus, it's nice to have all those other options. And let's say I'm running out of time, so I need to save this as a draft. I don't have time to double check everything. So I'm going to save this as a draft. Okay, and let's say I come back on another day and I'm remembering I have this post to edit. In order to find this post again, you go over here to all posts and you click on that. And it should show up right at the top here. Oh, this is one from before. I'll get rid of that so it's not confusing. But this is the one we were just working on now. So I want to go back and edit that. So I'll go ahead under here, click edit. That way we can find it again. It says draft, so you can also easily find it because of that. And here it is. Okay, and let's say I want to preview that one more time, make sure I've got everything ready to go. All right, looks great. Got my sidebar, my photos, my text, my title. I like it, so I'm going to go ahead and publish that. And then I'm going to go back to the home page so we can see what it looks like on the home page. All right, scroll down, and there it is. There's our featured image that I put in, our title, our excerpt, and the rest of this will automatically show up since we checked that box under the categories right here. And those are all the options and how you create a new post for the Law Advocate site.